Kitakubu.
Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another worth the roll video for Fate's Grand Order. As you guys know, the JP version of FGO released one of the most hyped chapters of all time, Lost Build Chapter 6.5. In this chapter, there are so many servants. We have Gotcha Banner number 1 currently out right now, and today we are going to talk about one of those servants in this video, but we are expecting Gotcha Banner number 2 to release later this week. So let's get right to it. In this video, we'll be focusing on the boy who first appeared in Fate External Link, Charlemagne. We are going to talk about his stats, skills, noble phantasm, and of course CEs, command cards to use, and yes, we are going to be talking about if he is worth the roll or not. Little hint, he is freaking nuts. Let's go. Starting off with his stats, Charlemagne had a max attack of 12,015 and max HP of 14,248, and that is without foes. You can see that on your screen. His star absorption is 102, star generation is 10%, MP charge is 0.48%, and MP charge on defense is 3%. His command card deck consists of 2 quicks, 2 arts, 1 buster, which the quick does 4 hits, arts does 3 hits, buster does 5 hits, and the extra also does 5 hits. So this might surprise a lot of you guys, but Charlemagne is a quick type servant. I was honestly expecting him to be an arts type or a buster type, but he is a quick type. Maybe this is the start of the revival of the quick meta. We will of course talk about his MP more later, but the reason why I mention this now is because his MP is what makes looping possible. Yes, he can loop. His hits on his command cards are solid, definitely going to need a few crits, but it will do the job. But like I said earlier, his MP is what is going to get the job done, and it has 12 hits. Those 12 hits are going to do the overkill, which of course is important to looping. Now let's talk about his skills. His first skill is Traveling the Path of the King Sea. This skill allows him to grant an ally invincibility for 2 attacks for 3 turns. If he doesn't have invincibility on himself, he increases his own MP generation rate for 5 turns, which is 10 to 20%. Again, if he doesn't have invincibility on himself, he grants himself an on defense effect buff for 5 turns, which is Heroic King, and it allows him to do extra damage with his MP. And the last effect is that if he does have invincibility on him, there is a 500% chance to seal his MP for 1 turn, a demerit. So basically, do not use this skill on himself. You want to give him all the other buffs except for the invincibility and of course the MP seal. This is an amazing skill that protects the party member and buffs himself, and it helps him with looping. His second skill is Emperor Paladin's EX. This will give the party an attack buff for 3 turns, 10 to 20%, increase own damage against demonic enemies for 3 turns, 20 to 30%, increase own defense against divine enemies for 3 turns, 20 to 30%, and an MP battery 20 to 30%. This skill is ridiculous, so many great effects, and it just benefits him so much. His third skill is Mana Burst Light A. This will increase his own quick cards for 3 turns, 20 to 30%, increase own crit damage 20 to 30%, increase own crit damage against evil alignment enemies for 3 turns, 30 to 50%. This balances very well with his entire kit. He is a quick type servant, so the quick buff is a given, allowing him to do even more damage and get more MP gain with his quick cards. Of course, the crit damage as well. Both crit damage effects will play a crucial role when it comes to gaining MP, and one of the effects is against evil alignment enemies, which there is a lot of them in this game. He also only has 2 passive skills, Magic Resistance A, increase own resistance to debuffs by 20%, Writing A, increase own quick card performance by 10%, which of course helps him because he is a quick servant. His append skills are the same like every other servant, but his third append skill allows him to do more damage against berserkers. Now his noble phantasm is Joyosu Ordre, an AoE quick type noble phantasm that does 12 hits and deals 100% plus 10% extra damage to enemies if Heroic King is on him. With Overcharge, it reduces quick resistance for 3 turns up to 40% to all enemies. Yeah, this MP is pretty bonkers. Again, 12 hits will give him a ton of MP gain and stars, and he will do insane damage. Now let's talk about the team setups. Scotty, literally all you need. If you want to do the most damage and loop, Scotty is all you need. Some really good CEs are of course K-Scope, but if you don't want to use K-Scope, you can use a recently obtained CE from Manga de Wakaru collab event, Cranking. Yes, it is for Buster cards, but it does help him do more damage with his single buster card and increase his own MP damage by 15% and allows him to start the battle with 50%. So you can max out his second append skill for the 20% MP and get the leftover from his own battery, which is, 30%. If you want to just focus on quick, the Knights of the Marines is a good one. Basically the same concept as Crane King, but increased quick, no MP damage up, and you start off with 60% MP. The Princess Pilgrimage is also a good one, 50% quick and crit damage and 50% MP gauge. The Crimson Spear Trainer for 50% quick buff, 20% crit damage with quick, and 50% MP. You basically get the idea, having anything quick, crit, MP buff, and possibly at least 50% MP start. The best command codes for Charlemagne will obviously be anything that increases his crit buffs. So in existence, Phantasmal Horse, the one that carries fortune, Heavenly Child of Kurama, Nobu Sengumi. Of course, you can throw command cards that are specific to arts and buster cards, so those can do more damage. So overall, I think Charlemagne is an amazing servant, and yes, he is worth the role. I do believe this is the start of the revival of the quick meta, and I think Charlemagne will be one of those servants that will be strong for a very long time. So there you guys have it. That is my little video on Charlemagne. What do you guys think? Comment down below and tell me, and if you guys rolled for him, tell me as well. I'll see you guys in the next one with the other servant worth the roll videos that are in this gacha as well.